Austin of all these rate increases going to YouTube TV, people are gonna go buy the cable on there.
Yeah. We're a little ways away from those guys. Got a little bumpers on
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Eli Seeley.
Here.
Sarah Antonsen.
Here.
Pat Bickett.
Here.
Will Rolke.
Here.
Larry Rohr.
Here.
Art Schott.
Here.
Mike Tiedemann.
Here. Yeah, the motion to adopt the agenda as written.
Motion to adopt the agenda as written.
Motion is second to adopt the agenda. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The agenda has been adopted. Entertain a motion to approve minutes from December 2, 2024.
Motion to approve minutes.
Second. Motion is second to approve the minutes. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The minutes will reflect as approved. And now we will enter into an executive session for personnel employee evaluation. So I'll entertain a motion for that.
Motion to move into executive session. Personnel. Second.
Motion is second to enter into executive session. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, executive session 5:31. All right, on the agenda, we have just finished item number 5, and we are going to jump to item number 6. Visitors to be heard, Judson Sapochi. Is that correct? Supposedly. Excuse me, sorry.
No, you're good.
Supposedly.
I've heard much worse.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite. Just want, so, guess what I'm here, so I'm the new owner at Garbage, or not Garbage, but I apologize, at Rue Sanitation out of Worthing. Fortunately or unfortunately, I guess, you say, we're the sanitation service you guys contracted. So that happened as of November 8th. So we've, taken on a lot since then, learned a lot since then, got a lot more to learn. But, the biggest thing I just wanted to, fortunately, Jerry offered up the invitation to come and meet every one of you, which we appreciate, but, just want to basically apologize for what's happened. Just like say here, we're trying to right the ship, basically. So, just Lacey, this is Lacey. She's coming on the 23rd of December. So, she'll be on full time. My other guy, Pete, he's out riding around picking up garbage right now yet. Otherwise, Pete would have been here. But, what you haven't had, is, communication. Lacey will be that point of communication as well as Pete, and we've got another gentleman named Thomas that started. He started today actually. So anyway, we've got bodies in place, hiring more drivers and so forth. So we're hoping we can provide the service that you guys all wanted or necessary. So.
Just got one question. You want to contract the trucks and garbage cans?
Everything.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Some of us bought our own cans from Ace, some didn't.
Yep. No, so yeah, so I'm not, people want to know if I'm changing everything. No, I'm same Rue Sanitation, we require, all the rights to the name, internet, Facebook, all of it. It's all, but we're not. I didn't come in and clean house. No one's fired. I'll keep on everybody that was there. Justin and Ruby are contractually on for a year, but more than likely they'll be hopefully on a consultancy basis here, by January 1. So, but other than that, read the contract, which I appreciate you sent over and so forth, so, just trying to right the ship. So, but yeah, if you have any questions for me, I'm glad to take them, so.
No, we appreciate the commitment and, you've alluded to it at a high level with just the interaction with Brew Sanitation. In our community for years, we, dealt with a gentleman who provided service, he and his business, and very diligent, did a great job. We went through contract negotiations, we had it Brews, and, our mismatch between the expectations we had before and sort of the service that we ended up with. I think your commitment to enhancing that, speaks volumes. We appreciate that. As you can well imagine, social media turns into, no use for fun right now, but, dumpster fire, pretty often. And it doesn't take, the wind just changes direction. And, we know that social media can, people are going to express their concerns. And, I think knowing that we're in a period where we can transition into sort of a new reality, I think that's a good thing. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of things I hopefully, want to be able to reach out and, there's a lot of things that, we need to get better at, without a doubt. But just hopefully we can interact and, so for instance, we've got maps. I mean, there's maps of the city and so forth, and just gotta come down and pick up everything up. Well, you need to, I want to put together, we call them route sheets, where we've got everybody's house. And I don't know how it was done in the past. But literally there's nothing out there right now except to literally drive up and down the streets and just find a can and pick it up.
Mm.
So, I don't know if it's allowable, but there's like a database dump of like all like water meters, like the people who.
Yeah.
Just so we can have,
We've got it.
okay,
We've got it.
okay, so yeah, something like that where we can put in, so we've got a new guy in a truck, so he needs to go to like 117 North Main, for instance. I know to stop there, and pick up your garbage. And so forth. But yeah, Sally worked with the business manager at the school. He texted me saying that his stuff didn't get picked up on Friday or this past week, so we're down here picking that up on Saturday. And then he texted me again. I was already on the way back to Sioux Falls, and high school wasn't picked up, so I came back and got that. So it's so I not saying it's going to be a flip of a switch, but it's we're here to make it better. So that's all I
I
can
got
offer.
one more question for Jared.
Sure.
Are they gonna pick up the garbage down Main Street like Bishop did?
I guess we haven't had that discussion yet.
Pardon?
We haven't had that discussion yet.
Oh, okay, no, Jerry's great to work with, you got all our support, so
Yeah.
if you need something, let us know, don't be afraid to come before the council, we'll give you whatever you need within reason
You bet.
to work out. We're pretty workable.
Okay.
Yeah, the only question I got for you is, if you change the routes or whatever route you're doing, I think it'd be a good idea to maybe publish it in the paper or something. Some people,
Contract, it's gotta be.
yeah, well, some people want to know if they empty the garbage at 5 in the morning or some at 3 or what, because usually come by my house around 5:30. But if you're gonna change the time or the route, I'd kind of like to know about it.
No, understood.
But it's no rush.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little bit of time
Yeah.
in a year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's better be a lot sooner than a year. Trust me. So,
I'm trying to give you leeway. Doing a great job. Thank you.
I think there was a post that went out just to let everyone know that the business had been bought and sold. So I think that will at least get people to understand that there may be some changes coming. So that way we can preemptively communicate.
yeah, yeah, fully, yeah. You have do whatever is needed, yeah. I fortunately got in calls, and I offered up my personal phone number. I told them, hey, I want everybody to know that you can call the Ruse number, because it will be answered moving forward. As well as emails and texts, but also no one should have to hear, residents that are mad because you guys shouldn't have to feel those calls. So I offer up my cell phone, and that's how some of the residents and businesses have reached out to me. So I think I just talked to Jesse Jurgensen Trucking, this on Friday and stuff, so he was happy that, we got things straightened out, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, as long as these two ladies are happy. 'Cause I- Come to support you.
Nice to hear.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
And we'll reach out here
Yeah.
this week to you.
Yeah.
Just-
I'll get it.
Yep, yep. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Have a great night.
Drive safe, slippery out there.
Is there a good place to eat around here?
They're all good.
Right. That's a good news story. I appreciate that. So item number 7 on the agenda, committee mayor reports. I don't think we have anything in that space. Item number 8 on the agenda, department head city administrator reports. Says that we are going to hear from general manager Ben Ryder.
He was gonna make it for the next one, as well as Christmas parties.
Ah.
We're gonna move in.
There is some information in the packet though, and it kind of lays down some of the great life. There's a couple of pages, I believe.
You know, if you ever peek down on some of those, I know it says so much per round up to like 2,000 some months than 3. It looks like there's a 19,000 potential, but it was like 9. So I didn't know if maybe some of those summer meetings peaked out or maybe bandwidth.
You can do one out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That'd be interesting. So we'll look forward to that conversation because it does, obviously, great life produces a lot of emotion. You know, there's some people that they have some experience both with the great life businesses in Sioux Falls, those that are affiliate clubs in other communities. And so I'll look forward to that conversation. So then we'll move on to favorite portion of the evening, finance officer report.
So everyone should have received the November financials. Just to touch base on a few of the out of the ordinary expenditures from November. We had 2 bond payments. It was the 2028 East Substation for $388,158, and the Grace V. Nelson Ballfield addition for $373,959. We renewed our insurance with Jensen Insurance for $175,460. We paid for the 2024 chip seal project to Aztec for $80,840. The police department purchased 2 guns from the city of Alcester for $500. And Faith in Action requested their budgeted 2024 subsidy of $6,000. $373,959.
That's not final payment.
No, that's just a bond payment.
We have not seen it.
That is,
I'm gonna try to get it in by the end of the year, see if Pat can work something out there. We'll probably keep some back.
Yep.
I think just paying for what he's done.
Need a motion? Chef, have a motion for November 2024 financial report done by financial officer Greg Johnson.
Second. Motion and second on the table to approve the finance report in November 2024. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? The financial report will go as approved. No items, no business. Number 10 on the agenda, new business resolution 2024-21, 2025 electric rate increase.
Actually, we're doing a resolution, which is just our draft, which what the current rates were and what the 3% increase across the board, working them all the way down through any of those line items that you can see there. So if there's a yellow lines through it, the rates for right of that would be what the new rate would be. And Elaine provided a copy of the updated resolution without all the white lines and just have this little strikeouts there for you to take a look at also. One thing we didn't know for sure, and we confirmed a little bit this morning with our Missouri River, was the purchase power cost adjustment. That's something that we put in our rates so that the bond people what we're doing as far as our rates go, it allows us to increase, rates in the event that we have a purchase power cost adjustment. Our rates go up, and we've taken those numbers, and after looking at, I said a number wrong on this one here, but, we'll make a change there, but, that gives us the opportunity to increase those rates that are needed. We asked if we even needed to have it in there, because anytime we increase rates, we're gonna go ahead directly to you guys. And we're not gonna just go ahead and automatically do something like this, but that's what the bond people, when they go buy a bond, that's one of those things that they love and enjoy. Look at the purchase power. See that's on your, in front of you, there's a number there with a zero, we got down, check the last paragraph down, it says 0.087, 0.80 for some reason. Yeah, sorry. Carry it over to the two spots in our. That's the only change that I will make on that. Or life science. Everything else should be correct. It's a 3%. I didn't include some information from the Missouri River again. We're not looking to increase rate on a regular basis. All the time. We're going to take quite a few of the rate increases in the Missouri River. Passing along, we have not passed any of them along. And again, this year we're looking at some major increases in 25 all the way through 2021. So we are in a race to it down, but that is not to be done sometime next year. If they would have your recommendation. 27 and 28 on that. Keep up with all the other increased rates that we're seeing. Any other questions? I got Mike here to answer any questions you might have.
And this has been presented to the council for the last 3-4 years. And we've been kind of sitting on it, so. Then it's a 3% increase.
Yeah, it's 3% of what we just did. Just 3% on everything. Once the river's done, they might have some different rates they might suggest for dental service demand, commercial rates. They might say if they feel that's over too low in certain areas, but if it's higher than it should be. Some of them may have larger increases, some might have smaller increases. Once they come through study.
Move approval of resolution 2024-21, electrical waste.
Motion and a second on the table to adopt resolution 2024-21, 2025 electric rate increase. Further discussion. We want to get out in front of this, proactively communicate. One of the things, obviously, when there's any rate increase, so maybe translating some of MRES's language into a update or something before they take effect.
Announcement on Facebook.
Yeah, I think.
Something in the bill.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, somebody, Bob Haas mentioned that he liked those short notes that come in the bills because it is a basic explanation. Okay, yes, I see this increase. Now I understand the background. And some of it is the cost of what we're buying goes up. Yeah, but
I just got one question on any increases whatsoever, especially like with the 3% you're referring to. Do we tax that 3% increase on the electric bill? So it's actually more than 3% total. I mean, if we had the taxes,
But the taxes go to the state.
there's no city tax on that.
Well, then the state divvies it up and sends our
What's the
portion.
total amount with the state and city tax? 5%, 6%.
So like
6.2.
6.2.
Okay, 6.2. Yeah, because everybody's asking me what was the total cost, and now I know 6.2 plus 3%. No,
6.2.
well, yeah, but you still tax the electric bill, though, right?
Okay, $100 bill is $6.
If your bill goes from 100 to 3.
Every dollar that you get billed from your electric is how much tax?
6.2 cents.
Okay, so that's not added to the 3%. Every penny in, every penny out.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I'm talking about not the city, but overall, it's gonna
I
cost.
thought you were saying it's a 6.2% increase.
No, I'm talking about the customer, when they get the bill, has to pay this much, the 3% increase plus the tax. That's, yeah, right.
The
That's-
tax on the additional amount. will be
Right.
Part of that.
Right, that's what I'm referring to, there's an
Okay.
increase.
I thought you were saying that equated to a
No,
6.2% increase.
No,
That's no different than somebody who runs their air conditioner more in the summer, they're gonna pay taxes on that too.
The point I'm trying to make is if you raise something, what's the total cost?
So the easy way to explain that, Art, might be that if, for every $100 you pay.
Right.
In electrical rates, the cost is gonna go up $3, but you can add another 18 cents tax. So it'd be about $3.18 per $100 of electric bill.
So you tell me on my bill, if it's $200, you only pay 36 cents more for tax?
Yes. Above what you're paying now, yeah.
Well, I'm asking you later. So I want to make sure I get this right, 18 cents more per 100. Not gonna be $6.
It'll be 18.5, not because of the 6.2, but it'll be in that, it'll be less than 20 cents additional tax per $100.
Because of the 3%.
Right.
Right. I see what you're talking about. All right. I was just looking at the overall.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, all those in favor of adopting the resolution, say aye. Anyone opposed? All right, resolution has been adopted. Item on the agenda, code enforcement specialist, limited liability company, independent contractor agreement effective date 1 January 2025.
Since the one that we've been working with, he owns code enforcement, we have budgeted $10,000 to clean up certain properties and buildings that come down here. And after the first of the year, we're gonna do a drive around, take a look and get some recommendations from him. And I'll give him some ideas on what's one that's been 100% in 5 years or so. Probably focus on some of them to start with. When I told him how much we had budgeted, he goes, "Oh boy, Jerry, that's gonna be quite a bit. We don't have something in any of our cities." But we're not. He's only gonna do this. We're not doing. He's not doing the snow removal. He's not doing lawns and all that crap. Part of that stuff. But we'll have him do some of the other ones that are gonna take a lot more follow up and a lot more forms and some of those kind of things. So.
Did he make a comment about any
But you didn't, well, we have budgeted 10,000, so I kind of told him that's kind of what we're looking at somewhere there. He
Right.
said, well, we haven't, he serves a lot of small communities and he's never got to that level in the community at this point.
Oh,
So,
what's his pay?
he gets $1,500, up front and then $75 an hour. But for $1,500 that we'll use that up first.
Oh,
We get the
okay.
$1,500, so if we don't use it, then we still pay $1,500, but people get paid $1,500. The check carry over.
He's gonna go out with people with messy yards and
Yep.
cars.
Those, yeah, it's the stuff that, yeah.
The last day of buildings.
You know,
Buildings.
What?
Trees growing in there.
No, really?
There's a few of them.
Okay.
Buildings are falling down, that need to be taken down. A few of them, probably some cars that we've had some issues with. Getting them out of town, our license are undercover. So, yeah, they'd like to make it effective January 1st, so. Looks like I would have effect, that's okay, make it effective January 1st. And we'll get it all down here shortly thereafter, so. We want to start working on it that way.
Motion to approve the independent contractor agreement effective January 1 for the code enforcement specialist.
Motion is second on the table to approve the independent contractor agreement with code enforcement specialist effective 1 January 2025. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Approved. Next item on the agenda, South Dakota OEM and FEMA Building Resilient Infrastructure Community Grant Program Commitment.
So this is some of the hazard mitigation stuff that Glenn and I went down, we did our training out meeting down this year. Lincoln County theirs last year. We chose not to be part of that just because it's felt Union County, a lot smaller group down there in Lincoln County. So we were at every meeting and we were probably the only ones that attended every meeting, but, this is basically, we are part of Lincoln County also, so the Union County that we adopted will be part of Lincoln counties, for us, so we don't have to attend meetings in both counties, it's basically, CCOG, they do the training for both of them, it's the same thing we do in Lincoln or Union County, so. Anyhow, this is going forward, we just need a commitment letter, which was in your packet there. I'd like to have you guys authorize the mayor to go ahead and sign that, which would put us in a position that if the FEMA grant money comes available, similar to what we had on our, the bathhouse there. We would be able to get some of those type of
Motion,
motions.
and you sign the letter?
Just as a motion to approve, yeah. If you like to send the commitment, sign the commitment letter.
Make a motion for South Dakota OEM and FEMA Building Resilient Infrastructure Committee Grant Program commitment letter as Sherry Simon specified for the mayor to sign.
Motion second on the table to approve signature of the South Dakota OEM Building Resilient Infrastructure Committee Grant Program commitment letter. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, 2025 farm ground lease.
I thought it'd be a good time to kind of sat down and visit about this lease a little bit, with, the north portion of our city farm, we did around the Curtis Jensen farm. There's 75 acres that is gonna be transferred over to, the Dolans. So that's going to leave us, or that'll leave us 75 acres less that we have to rent out as a city. And on your map, you're gonna see some ground, just south of the Wood City lagoons out there. There's about 40 acres that have been in the lease agreement for quite some time. And we're gonna be left with about 28 acres, which is gonna be around the ball field and south of the hybrid turkey. We're just wanna get your guys' feel for the time that we take this and go out for, to see if there's anyone else interested in bidding this. We've worked with Curtis Jensen pretty much exclusively for about 20+ years since the airport. And obviously there's something more than 20. Some advantages of doing that is that, he's the guy that, he's the guy that puts the fertilizer down in the fall and things like that. If we're changing every year, somebody else may not take care of it the same way as what someone does on a long-term lease. Tom suggests maybe even a 2 or 3 year lease rather than a 1 year lease. But what's nice about this, Curtis knows that if we get a prospect that wants to take on part of that land, we can pull that back out of the lease.
And Tom, what's your recommendation? I don't know. I mean, it's legal to just keep him on there, right?
Yeah.
Based on his
just gotta-
performance in the past.
Yeah.
And the future.
You're gonna
would be-
negotiate the lease, yeah.
Right. I kind of agree with Jerry on that. This, I'd probably go 3 to 5 years. As long as he's gonna leave it open, where we could take some of the land, got something.
Yeah, but it's always been in the lease with him that if the city needed the property for something, project, they'd be able to access it. Maybe stop there.
Yeah, I recommend 3 to 5 years. Longer the better, less paperwork.
Are we committed to voluntary number on per acre, or would that be something that you negotiate that? Yeah, or at least have negotiation available for?
Yeah.
A certain percentage of under a longer term lease.
Is there an opportunity to lease the ground where the top of the cement plant?
That's good.
Do they rent that out?
Wednesday.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it might make some sense.
And have you spoken to Curtis?
I haven't specifically, because I wanted to get you guys' opinion on what we do here now. Another thing on that lease, we've allowed, because we had no one else that was interested many years ago, they able to remove the grass around it. That's become more valuable, each and every year. So we'd like to take that out, and we're gonna bid that out separately, if that's okay with you guys. I'd like to bid that out, I think we'll get more dollars out of it that way than, $225 an acre, so. I don't believe Curtis ever did it, except somebody else come in and do it, and they were able to. Who's able to sell it, grass to them.
My personal opinion, give him right first shoe.
farming for 20 years. Yeah, my only question is, that property that we traded, are we gonna let them farm both until we start working on the other property?
And then all
Are they gonna-
corporations will meet on Wednesday.
Yeah, are they
to
gonna,
talk about
if we're not gonna build right away, why don't we just rent them that other 39? At least you make a few pennies. I prefer the stability that he's been there so long, he did a great job, I never had trouble ever. Anything he did over there.
Come back. and do the recommendations.
I think for. definitely wanna do what you
Yeah.
got, but, and that's a little smaller scale.
You recommend the multi-year, more multi-year, sure.
The next step is shared conversation. Companies,
Yeah,
and
we'll bring something back, probably. Angry, written up a little bit better.
any further discussion there? No action required. Next item on the agenda, subsidy grant on Crest Beresford Community Bus.
Shall I make a motion for the subsidy drawn out request for Beresford Community Bus, $6,000 off.
Second.
Motion second on the table to approve the subsidy grant on Crest, $6,000 for bus. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Grant on request approved. Next item, request for reduction in rebel site fee.
I put a little, just kind of a little memo together for you there, but Bill Boyer stopped in my office the other day. He was going, I poured all of them down and all that. So, I think we have Cameron, and all that, I guess. About 11 days, they were putting all of this stuff. Calling it back, we got 342 loads, I believe, we have about 342 loads of this items brought out, this has a lot of, some days we had over 40 loads going out there, that pushed that back, they were brought in, so. Bill did pay half of that, and he just said, hey, he stood up and he did everything for you. He told me, he thought that, the fee was being paid by the elevator, it wasn't, so. He didn't come out of that one very good, so he just wondered if there's any way we could look at a reduction in that. And I said, well, I just bring it to the council, I'm not on this until it authorized anything. We started talking a little bit, that Bill has a piece of ground, right next to our sand pile, our sand and salt mix pile, and over by the elevator. Right now, we've actually got some, the telephone wheels on there, storing some conduit, I believe. With them building, there's new garage there, there's not as much room to store some of that on site where they had it before, so. It sounds to me like, without committing, you may want to get rid of that. He said they haven't really done anything with it since the 1999 when they bought it, other than pay taxes on it, so he said he really has no use for it. So I think if we had some use for it, he'd probably entertain an offer of an exchange for part of the remaining fees that are due. And then Jeff and I were talking a little bit, we thought that's, felt maybe $5,000 was be a number there that we could offer him for that.
So on this picture, what's the
Triangle, it's the bluish, the light blue triangle.
let's see it. Yeah, okay.
I just know, it doesn't go all the way north, the lower shed is not on that, it's just that little blue triangle piece. It's got a bunch of concrete on it. I don't know if that's good or
Is
bad.
that the one with the sand on, Jeff?
What's that? It's next to
It's
it.
not, the sand's not up.
Oh, it's next to it.
It's probably that driveway that's on the south end of it.
I just have one question, on Jeff's street committee, help and all that stuff, and we talked briefly on this, so. I kind of, agree with Jeff, that the land would be ideal, but then we did make a comment on the rock, that if Boyer would come with some of the rock for the city, if we had jobs or whatever, to try to give us a local or an acceptable price to the gravel or the rock bill. As long as it's acceptable and good rock, I don't want no junk rock. But I mean, that would be one option. I'm sure there's plenty more options, but I'm not gonna waive the amount that he owed.
Might confuse us a lot on that, or if we're trying to do something there. I think we just need to say it will reduce it by 5,000, got to pay the rest.
All right.
We'll worry about the gravel later.
All right,
We usually get that out anyhow, it's not over a certain amount, so.
so if he paid 23, and that means he still owed about 23, give or take, so 5, somewhere about 18 then. We probably,
Right in that area, if he takes the deal, otherwise he's responsible for the rest of the entire balance, so
But did you take a peek at what his tax payment is on that?
it's like 700 and some, I believe. 22,000 is valued up. Yeah, I don't know. Since I haven't let go on taxes, probably $100 or something like that. And then nobody wanted it.
Last year. Maybe. Probably values, soaring.
yeah. So are we supposed to make a motion or?
Now, not all that, only if they're okay with us doing it that way.
You guys,
We don't really need to land at the same time.
I think it's useful, you know, it's close enough to where your gravel is that a little bit more area to store stuff.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna hurt. Like railroad properties where we have to have sand. I think it's probably a good idea.
You know, do here, there's all those.
Yeah.
I've been taking care of it for years as far as weeds and stuff. Things we use part of it for other stuff that we do.
what was allowed to sand on it? We do?
With that railroad.
The railroad.
Oh, the
I
railroad.
think that section right away.
Oh, all right,
If you look at your map, anyhow, these are correct, Art.
Yeah.
Now, the files here,
right.
the actual, right of ways were our sand,
Oh,
our sand piles. The road is in the railroad's property.
the,
That's what it shows on there right now.
wasn't it bought not too long ago? Someone else owns the railroad. That's what I thought. Oh, it's okay. Right.
It shows up, yeah, it shows rail on that, most of it,
You guys,
the railroad.
right, but I think someone else bought
Big
it.
and I railroad.
All right.
Right, next time on the agenda. You're in special meeting date.
We're looking at, 2 weeks from today.
Yep.
And Monday, like it start at 5:30 again. How many reviews would we have that day? Things in 4, more, we could have 4 or 5. Okay, then we start at 5:30 and then we'd, we go into our regular meeting after that's done, and I think it's just pay the bills and whatever else might have to do more things to kind of pop up before the end of the year.
Tuesday, Monday.
New Year's Eve.
Hmm?
New Year's Eve.
Oh, well, I don't have plans today. You guys. Oh. Make it much bigger. No. Oh.
How's that whole week? You out of town? I'll be here. All we need is 4 people, so.
Friday before work.
I'm away on Friday the 27th.
And that's kind of a tight from getting back from Christmas to getting all,
Yeah, go ahead and hold it.
Can you think of it?
You're out too, probably.
You can, I can.
You're out.
Yeah. I'll tell them. Well, we got 2 on this side, you got 2 on that side, can make it Monday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's 4. Man, that's good in my book.
One of the things that we did for Mike, we'll just make sure.
What's that?
No.
They'll call me.
If they do call it.
No.
Oh,
You can-
will, wherever.
Yes.
Just pick up your phone at 5:30.
Should be right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, if you're
that's
starting at 5:30, then come. They were.
unless,
Well, I started early.
yeah, unless you want to start earlier in the afternoon. If everyone's available.
You kind of 4, yeah. It sounds whatever, maybe.
Can you do that, Pat?
Probably, yeah. You looking for sure?
I know you're texting.
Oh, 2 over here, so yes, get 2 down there.
What time did you say?
4.
4?
Okay. Change my book.
Stay for the whole thing, depending on how long it goes.
I'll be right. It'll be pretty quick. Well, permanent.
So good to go for 1600, 4 p.m. 30 December. Right. Anything else?
Yeah, you should.
Move a motion for a special year end meeting, December 30, 4 p.m. for department head reviews.
Motion and second on the table to set the special meeting year-end date at 30 November, 4 p.m. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Special meeting date has been set. Right, and item number 11 on the agenda, community access road grant application extension of South 7th Street to West Maple.
We applied for this one here back earlier this year, and I just want to let you know, we did get turned down. That's the second time we've been turned down for it. The main reason is because there's not an existing road there now, and they don't like funding those type of projects. If there was a road already there, we're improving upon it to make it more accessible. We'd probably score a little bit better, so. We will have a little bit of gravel on there after we get done with, the water and sewer extensions. I don't know that the whole road will, but there'll be some of it. We can try again next year. Maybe we try to turn this down after a while. You know, it's not $700,000-800,000 for the road itself. Then what it does not include any water and sewer, that's just the roads. Which limits to what we can do south of football field. We have about 6.5 acres around there for some future housing development, but just obviously without this road, it's not gonna probably happen for a while.
You know, one thing as I was thinking through, our change order that occurred with the bridges, the how when they found the soil underneath the footings. And obviously there was an unexpected expense there. We got a few other expenses that popped up with 7th Street. I'm trying to accuse myself from having that right in front of my house, but if we delay that project with the emphasis in our community being on the new developments on the northeast side of town, knowing that that may be a future state for an opportunity where, as you mentioned, that ground behind the football field is area that we can develop. We use the money that we would have set aside potentially for that 7th Street project to account for some of these other unforeseen circumstances or costs that pop up. I don't know what money we have programmed in the budget for 2025 for 7th Street with it all.
Yeah, we've got grant there. Yeah. I think maximum grant is 600,000. We get off something.
So I don't, any thoughts from the council on?
I agree with the mayor. You gotta make sure, I'd rather do one job right, leave a little room for unforeseen expenses than 2 or 3 part-time, jobs. We're only bailing them out. That's a pretty big project, 53 lots out there. It might have to look at ground trouble, look at the creek, and look at like Jim said, level with it. It's gonna take a lot more dirt than you think.
Have they dug more holes out there?
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any major.
You don't.
Yeah, up north.
Yeah, well, how far did they dig? Look at the golf course, they dug there, but look at up there.
I think we want to be accessible all the way around. We'll have to come down and do that.
Okay, right. Well, I'm just making a suggestion, something like the mayor.
Down.
6-acre development, does that have the potential of, or some flexibility of potential development where could attract a partnership and maybe a TIF cover some of that?
Possibly, yeah. We had someone looking at it here about 6 years ago. They had a pretty good plan for some.
That's more multifamily.
Apartment complex, yeah.
Is that, that's what we can. Apartments or,
It's zone multifamily. So they can put either single or multifamily in there.
So potentially it could be a package deal where, okay,
So,
Yeah, but isn't that rated under 350,000 per house?
not there. Oh,
Oh, on the grant money from
The north.
on the north
on the
end,
north, yeah.
isn't there a limit on houses? A certain dollar amount, the grant wants a little bit,
I think Lincoln County was about 390,000.
somewhere in that range, yeah. That's all.
Well, however, that Southfield housing finds affordable housing,
That's okay.
which is a very number for years, so.
Right.
That's a horrible.
But they'll start.
Yeah.
No, I think it makes sense.
Oh, there's we need to hear positive. Whatever we can do to help them out.
Let's put some of these fires out.
Yeah, right, I mean, just reduce the number, right, so. All right, any further discussion there? Item number 11 on the agenda. Item 12, approve travel request joint utility training school, Sioux Falls, June 21, 22, Thompson Anderson.
Shall make motion joint utility training school, Sioux Falls, June 21st, 23rd.
So-
Thompson Ames.
I believe that should be January.
January. Oh, I was wondering. All right, January, let's just read up. Excuse me, correction, January 21st and 23rd. She caught that, good woman. Better hire a proofreader.
It's that AI. That AI stuff. That's not.
Motion second on the table to approve the travel request joint utility training school, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, January 21, 23, Thompson Anderson. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Travel request approved. Pat Beck, it's time to shine.
Baker make his motion to pay the bills.
Motion and second, pay the bills.
Just want to make one comment. We did receive the funds for SiteWorks pay request number 9. So I don't know if some of you saw the $2.1 million or $2.2 million check. So they are paid.
That's great.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Bills have been paid.
That wasn't their final pay.
No, that was just that one that was kind of held up at the state level.
All right, executive session legal.
And you want to stick around this for a couple minutes? Just one question.
We don't need, we had put it on there in case we had anything about some of these other contract stuff on the fees and things.
So, Mr. Freeberg, quick question, point of clarification. We started, this will have right, we got about 8 minutes in, we'd like to finish. We just want to be able to give him ample time. Can we enter back into an executive session with appropriate motion? Okay, and then we'll exit, executive session. Adjourn. Okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion to enter back into the executive session first.
Shall we go? But so, that's like,
Motion second to enter into executive session for personnel at 19:49. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed?
So then when you're done, can you just note the time and then we'll just finish the minutes. So.
Something every year.
I don't.
We'll just stop.